Hello, welcome to the stream. I had hoped that maybe there was a light, maybe there was a way we could do the business, but there wasn't apparently. And instead, we went and produced one of the worst games you will ever see, from start to finish. It just was not good, was it? So. Yeah, big up to everyone who's tuning in. We're gonna do player ratings, and we're gonna do them together. I wanna do more of it together now, so I can take a bit more of your guys' opinions in. And I don't know, I think it'd be better that way if we do it together as opposed to I do it and then you guys just see whether you agree with me or not. Let me know if I'm talking crazy. But yeah, today, from basically start to finish, it wasn't on. I'm hoping that people aren't still calling them Pep out. Again, Pep is safe this season, at the very least. So I'm hoping people aren't calling for Pep out, because I just don't think that is where the deep problems lie. But yeah, we're gonna do this together now. I'll share my screen to the tab we're looking for. So here it is. We're gonna just quickly switch this formation to 4-2-3-1. So it was, in terms of starting 11, it was Vardio who started at left back. Then Diaz, Stones, Kusanov, Gundo, Nico, G. Oh, let's make that. Well, actually, we need to reduce it to that for what I'm trying to do. Disgrace. Yeah, it wasn't the best, was it? Currently just getting the 11 done here, so we could do player ratings together. I think player ratings together is better than doing it just you guys look at my ratings and see whether you agree. I don't know, I think that this would be better. Let me know if I'm talking crazy there. Savinho not on here? Bruh. Mamouche. Bernardo. Foden. Alright, so you might be wondering what is the plan for this, because these are all shirt numbers. Well, we're going to make all these blank. And then we'll just put the number out of 10 that we think they should get, essentially. And if you think they deserve a 0, then we leave their shirt blank. But there you go. This is City. This is City's also doing his review. IDK if I can really do ratings. Well, that's all right. I'll start talking through points of the game. The starting 11, which definitely needs to be addressed. We'll read quotes too, as well if we have to. So, look, bottom line though, poor performance from City today. Not many people. I don't think many people will get above a 5 today. A lot of people are guessing below a 5. I think a high might be a 6. So, yeah, brace yourself, because we got a lot to talk about here, and I do want to start that starting 11 because I don't know. Do we do research? Pep, do we do research on this kind of stuff? Because I don't know what the game plan was today. I really don't. I haven't even got the formation right. It's more of a. It's a 4-4-2 diamond. Is my understanding of it. It's a bit more. It's a bit more like this. If you allow me to edit it, it's a bit more like what I'm doing now. I genuinely am not 100% sure what the plan was. Cause like, I don't know. Also putting Gundo at the cam. Again, it's a bit mind-boggling. You see, I almost suggested something like this, but I suggested it in a different way. I actually almost had something like this. I want people to come in this stream saying Pep out. Yeah, I won't be surprised. We had that guy right at the end, didn't we? If you go back to my Real Madrid preview, I actually almost suggested we do something like this, but just in a very different way, and not with two people up top. One of them which isn't a striker, just outright isn't. This was such a weird game plan. Number one, where is the sense in putting Gundogan at the cam? There's no way he could do cam. Last time he played at cam was against Newcastle early in the season when we drew 1-1 with them. And it was a hard watch, to say the least. It was genuinely horrific. And, he cost, and we had big chances, which he was ultimately partly the reason why they weren't taken. Like, I remember, what's his face? Pope, I believe? Nick Pope? I believe he was actually miles off his line. And Gundo took too long to do anything about it, and subsequently, we paid the price because the ball just went astray. Now I'm going to show you basically what I had in mind for this game. Now I'm no Pep Guardiola, but man, yes, Elijah. Do you want Elijah? Do you want Pep out as a glimpse? I think you answer that, Elijah. But I'm going to show you now. Okay, this is going to be a bit weird, because I can't be bothered editing the whole 11. But this is what I had in mind for the game. I've just brought it to the point where you can see the entire 11. Obviously, Haaland got injured, circumstance. Not much we could do about that. But we have another left winger, and his name's Doku, and his name's Grealish. Okay, so look, if we're complaining about Haaland injury, just move Marmoush to here and put either Grealish or Doku there. Okay, so this would be the idea of how the formation would actually end up looking in game. Kusanov right back, Diaz, Ake centre backs, and then Vardy on left back. Nico Gonzalez in the pivot. John Stones would play alongside him, but he'd push out a bit more wide. Vardy will push out wide, and he'd slip back down here when necessary for City. For example, this was another point in the game where I had this was another point in the game of what the formation would look like basically on paper. A double pivot here, and then the centre backs here. Vardy will start in here. But because Kusanov struggles at the fullback, it would eventually become something like this, where John Stones helps cover here and Vardy helps cover here. And when we need to buckle down and get ready to defend, Vardy comes back down. John Stones goes a bit more central, helps out Nico Gonzalez, and these two drop back as well to help. And Phil Foden and Haaland are ready for the counter or something. I don't know. But I don't know. That was my my idea. That was the idea. Of course, people want Pep out. That doesn't mean I said Pep out. Yeah, I was thinking if you did, that's their opinion. I give Pep a 2 out of 10. And someone says, I'm saying to sack Pep and having a go at me. Look, Pep got it wrong today by every stretch of your imagination. This is what his game plan was today, and I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get Gundo at cam. I don't get putting Savinho alongside Marmoush as striker. I know we got unfortunate for Haaland getting injured. Maybe this was meant to be Haaland. Okay, maybe. But I genuinely don't get why we would do that. You know, like, this has been... We know these two just don't do well in midfield. Look at some of the games we've lost this season, and I bet you these guys start them the big chunk of them. Nico, I don't even feel did that bad today. Okay, I just feel like the performance was that bad. Diaz, not the best defensive performance from him. Vardio, I felt he got everything wrong today. Alright, we're going to do player ratings together. Pep gets it wrong a lot of the time this season. Well, I hate to say it, I'll be the first one to say it. He got it super wrong today. Like, he couldn't get it much more wrong. You know, starting 11, the substitutes. It's more like when the substitutes happened as opposed to who came on. The same guy having is saying we are not allowed to criticize any player, otherwise I'm not a supporter, apparently. If we can't criticize players and we can't criticize the coach, then who are we meant to criticize? I'm not allowed to give Gundo 0 because of what they did 2 years ago, apparently. Pep favouritism this season is ridiculous. The summer can't come sooner because we need to have our eyes open. I hope the board actually sits Pep down and is like, bro, you've got to let these guys go. They just can't do it anymore. That's a sad reality. Gundo, Bernardo, 2 years ago, they could do it. Now they can't. You know, they've aged. Gundo's 34, he's 35 this year. Bernardo is... He's 30. He's 31 this year. I know that is seen as, like, almost, like, still, like, not quite out of your prime. Okay? But, like, it definitely can't work with Bernardo, with Gundo. And he definitely can't... And he definitely can't like be a week in, week out midfielder. Pep should know by now Gundo's washed. I just think that this duo is washed. It don't work. It genuinely don't. Like, how many times has it worked this season? And if it's worked, who did it work against? Because I bet you it's not worked against any competent side. You know, I genuinely think, like, I'm no genius. Okay, but I genuinely think that this would have been a better version of what Pep had planned. I genuinely do. Alright. It packs out our midfield. These guys can drop back and help. Look, I know the Haaland injury. I know John Stones got injured in the first half, okay? But look, just put... I don't know, okay? But look, starting 11. In terms of starting 11, put Marmoush there, put Doku Grealish there. I don't really care. These guys can help out here. These guys... Well, specifically these three are all helping out here. Okay, it packs out our midfield. The midfield that this season has struggled in terms of pace. These guys who are defensively minded can also help Nico and can potentially stop counterattacks before they can even happen by stopping players like Vinny and Rodrigo on either side. And if they get through, they got to deal with the pace of Kusanov, the solidity of Ruben Diaz, and the reliability of Nathan Ake. Go back here now. Connect. These fools were saying we shouldn't sign Vitz because Foden can do the KDB role. Connect. I'd say we lose 3-0, remember? Yeah, you did, to be fair. You did. Pep just loved Gundo Bernardo. Pep must have a relationship with Gundo Bernardo. I don't even know. It just don't feel like we're learning. You know, if something don't work, don't do it. You know, and don't keep trying it till it works, because then the moment it does work, like we've already suffered so much. And let's jump into player ratings. What are we thinking for Edison out of 10 today? All right, that'll be oh wait, sorry, he's not a 9 out of 10. Oh wow, okay, that makes it a lot easier. Blinking egg. I removed all the shirt numbers for absolutely no reason. Let me know what you guys think to Edison. What are we giving him out of 10? What are we thinking? Because Personally, if you want my input, I don't think his positioning was great on that first goal. I don't know what he's doing because he's never going to beat he's never going to beat Kylian Mbappe to that first goal, is it? You know, he's never beaten him there. And the other two, I think it goes deeper than Edison. Didn't realise there was a player rating option on this. Blinking heck. Oh, you know what? We'll just go here. That'll probably help. Yeah, that'll do. Connect. Oh, wait, no, I've done that. We won't win the FA Cup too. What's up? Welcome to the chat. This manager has actually not won a game. Has not won a game against an elite team since 2022-23. Let's see how Ibro was so bad. Pep needs to evolve his tactics over the summer like he used to. His tactics are old now. Yeah, it needs changing. New players, new system. It's got to change. You know, we've got to. We just need to blow it up during the summer and start from scratch. We didn't even have a shot until the 75th minute. I know, it was so bad. Edison didn't like his positioning on that one goal. Other than that, I think he did make a couple saves, so I'll give him... He conceded 3 goals, so I'm going to give him a 5. Let me know if you guys disagree with any of these. John Stones, how long did he even play today? Did he even play like a decent amount of minutes? Like half an hour maybe? Let me see when John Stones got subbed. He got subbed in the 8th minute. I'm going to give him a 6. Unless you blame him partly for the goal. Maybe 5.5. Edison's disgrace, laughing with Rodrigo at full time. He needs 2 keepers in the summer, please. What would you give if a breast keeper connect? I mean, 7 goals ain't great. I'll have to look at him. I'm going to be real, I didn't even watch the game. Don't blame me. The story already felt told before it even started. The moment that starting 11 came out, just doubt filled my mind. Edison is a disgrace. Edison's mentally checked out. It's clear now. Just like, so bad. Kusanov, I'm actually going to give him a 6 today. I actually don't think he was that bad. You know, did he have any bad moments today, Kusanov? Because I remember that funky header he did, but that was really fun to watch, to be fair. Ruben Diaz, he gets absolutely done on that first goal, doesn't he? It's got to be at least I think maybe a 4.5, to be honest. I don't really feel like it was working. Yeah, his passing wasn't great today either. He just passed it straight to Bellingham at one point. I'm not going to lie, I actually thought Vardio was so bad today. I love Vardio. I absolutely love him. But, like, holy moly. Holy moly. Like, Josko today, it's got to be one of his worst in a City shirt. It's got to be. If City win against Feyenoord, we went to meet Real Madrid. I'm going to guess you mean that in past tense, but yeah, if we did win there. Vardy worst game in a City shirt, looked like a rabbit caught in headlights. I know, it was a hard watch. It felt like everything he was doing went wrong. He got sent back to Croatia on, I think, Mbappe second. You know, out of position so many times. Such a hard watch. Nico. I don't really remember much he did, but he got goals, so I give you a 6. I give you a 6. We'll put that on him because he got subbed off. These two, I don't even know. Connect, I think that was officially our most embarrassing European campaign of all time. What about the time when you lost to Monaco? Yeah, nah, I don't think it's that bad, Gimps, because like in the manner of the games we actually fumbled this time. 2-0 up against PSG, 3-0 up against Feyenoord, didn't win either of them. Yeah, we beat Barcelona 3-1 that season. And Monaco, let's get it right. They were like that was like a super team they'd created of youngsters. To be fair, Bernardo, I think he was slightly better than Gundo, but that's not saying much. I think I'd give him a 4, and then I think I'd give Gundo a 3 because I partly feel bad for him because he shouldn't be playing here. Like, in what world does does Ilkay Gundogan play at Cam? And as for Phil, Phil Foden, he had one good moment, and it was a dribble in, but one good moment out of 90 minutes. I didn't really see him for the rest of the game. Definitely wasn't the worst player on the pitch. I'll give him a 5. They're old, yeah. Why Bernardo and Gundo playing in 2025? What went through his head? We need to turn around. What went through his head in a game? We need to turn around. Go all out to start them in a creative role connect. Phil Foden, so disappointing. Once I inverts for him, we can have both. We can Phil Foden and Verts can work. If Musiala and Verts works in the national team, we can absolutely do it. If I see Gundo on a 1-year extension next season, the one thing I would say, if he gets a contract extension, he's having this similar role to Scott Carson. He's having a similar role to Scott Carson, aka he's there for vibes and and nothing more. There is no way he like, oh gosh, I'm stumbling on my words. Marmouche, free kick, good free kick at the end. Doesn't quite go in, but helps create the goal, I guess. Everything else got fouled a couple of times. Definitely the worst. Doesn't help when the whole team behind you is not playing well. I don't think he was that bad. I give him a 5.5. And look, I feel bad for Savinho because he ain't a striker. Whose idea was it to put this guy a striker? What is Foden's best position? I think Phil Foden would cook if he had Wirtz next to him. And so I do think he can work in the 10 or the 8. I think his position is in the midfield. I think his best position is in that midfield. My name is DZ and I love gold bars, says DZ3K. Welcome to the chat, lad. Southgate is right, we don't have a natural replacement for Calvin Phillips. Gotta be the greatest statement I've ever seen. Savinho, I feel awful because this guy's a winger and he's playing at striker. I know he's playing right striker, but still, like, I don't get it. I don't get the game plan. Was this what was on the training ground? I give you 5 because I don't know. I feel bad for him. It's a sympathy point there. Was he being serious? Must have been that. It's Southgate. Of course he's being serious. And let me know if you got any complaints on the player ratings there. Feel free. We can add a goal there, because why not? And we can add a yellow. I add a yellow to you as well. That's cool. Haven't done this before. Anyone else get booked? Yeah, big ups Kusanov, man of the match. Man of the match today, 6 out of 10. Had some good moments in there. Set piece coach again, by the way, my word. Since third in Euros last year, ghosting hasn't been the same. Southgate, do you mean? Don't say his name wrong again. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm Southgate in. I don't know why he got sacked, to be honest. Every word that comes out of his mouth is like a melody to my ears, especially regarding England. Just wish he didn't leave. The fact that he left, by the way, he didn't even get sacked. They offered him to stay, but he left. He knew that that someone better needed to come in. Let me just make sure there was no other bookings. No, there wasn't. Okay. Big up, by the way. Should we blame Southgate for the downfall, for Foden downfall? I think Foden should be a big enough player to be able to get over setbacks. I mean, he got England to back-to-back Euro finals, which is better than the majority, but he was just so boring. He did get England to back-to-back Euro finals, but bear in mind some of the runs he had. Spain's run last in the Euros was so much more trying than blinking England. Foden did play his position from the quarterfinal as well. Yeah, I remember. I think I remember watching an England game. I think it was the semi-final. I think he had one good half of football at the 10, and then the game changed, and I know it didn't quite look the same. Acting like he can control his opponents. No, but Glimpse, what I'm saying is, if he came against like a proper, like if he came against Spain earlier, he leaves the tournament. Is what I'm saying. Like, fair play, but like when you have arguably the best squad in the world, up there at least with France and Spain, you would expect to beat those teams with the talent. Yeah, but everyone leaves the tournament to Spain. Then I even lob maybe even France in there. Yeah, he got relegated with you as well, FYI. He literally got you grouped at one point. Liverpool next. Yep. Excited for that one. Look, that's the player ratings. Let me know if you got any last minute changes. I think that's basically fine, to be honest with you. I don't know. I never want to see this formation again. Or at least in this style, you know. Maybe if Haaland was here, someone else was here. Literally anyone else could do this better. No offense to Ilkay. Okay, I feel almost bad because he shouldn't be playing here. It's not his area, but he is playing there, and so we have to judge him on where he's been put. Okay, I feel more bad for Savinho because like playing striker compared to winger is like just we will beat Liverpool. I just have a feeling if Pep learns his lesson. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. You know, look, the Premier League. I'm just saying, Liverpool are under threat. They are under some serious threat. They've been dropping a bit of points recently, a bit more points than they'd like to. And it is not looking too great for them, to say the least. They are on 61 points, which is 8 points clear of Arsenal. Okay, not too bad on paper. Arsenal got a game in hand on them. They win that game. They go they go 5 points behind them. Then Liverpool's play City on the weekend. If City beat them at the Etihad, then suddenly Arsenal got a game in hand on that. Arsenal still need to play Liverpool this season. It just depends on whether that's at Anfield or not. And look, Liverpool's still got Newcastle to play. Like I said, they got City to play. They got Everton to play again. And look, Everton, it's always going to be a bit of a fiery one. They've got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. They've got Liverpool. They've got Arsenal at Anfield. They've got Tottenham at Anfield. They've got Brighton at the Amex. You know, they've got difficult games coming up, Liverpool. This title race is getting I think it's going to get very, very close. Disrespect Southgate and saying he actually draw 0-0 to Slovenia. It was a tactical point. Liverpool versus Arsenal is in May. That could be huge. I just want to say that could be absolutely huge. Like, what match day? That's match day 36. The league could very well like neck and neck at that point, depending on how results go for both teams. Bear in mind, I have only looked at Liverpool's run. Arsenal could have a relatively tough run for all I know. West Ham coming up, Forest, United, Chelsea, Fulham, Everton at Goodison, Ipswich at Ipswich's great stadium. And look, Ipswich is going to need the points there. Obviously, Liverpool again, Newcastle, who have really been messing with them this season. It's going to be tough. Arsenal won't win at Anfield, but never lose to Big Six teams anymore. Yeah. But look, thank you for tuning in. I will wrap it up now. It's a game to forget tonight. You could argue it's a season to forget. Very few things we could take from this and smile about, but we have to try and take them. Thank you all for tuning in. We're probably back tomorrow. Definitely on Connect Gaming. I'll try and think of something on air. But if you want to see more content of me tonight, then feel free to go watch the 4 Inverts video that I dropped on the channel earlier. It's not done too bad. I believe you've already watched a glimpse, so feel free to rewatch if you want, but I'm not going to force you to. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the support as per usual. And I will see you all, hopefully, in a better state tomorrow. Thank you all, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss more.